Hi, welcome back to this channel. Thank you for being here. Let's dive into the next zodiac sign reading. Gemini, welcome back, Geminis. You graciously supported me yesterday on your reading, so let's dive in. Quick reading for our Geminis. Gemini people and placements. Most important vital message, please, for Geminis. Thank you. Here I am, longing for home, homesick for the stars, earthed in the reversed on the bottom. So maybe you're feeling a little ungrounded at this time, but let's see. 74. You could be having deja vu moments, by the way. All right, Hiraeth is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or place which we can't return. This inexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in star seeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system, and their soul remembers in years to return to a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning, kind of like the Om mantra, this yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships. So maybe you want to check your fourth house placements in your birth chart, or which nakshatras or zodiac signs rule that area. A journey can to find somewhere they truly belong. So maybe you feel like you've been on this journey. Mercury and Gemini rules vehicles, local travel, road trips. If you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. A lot of Geminis can be very overactive, right? You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. So grounding down, channeling, becoming that grounded channel, working on the base chakras. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and the spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. Interesting. So maybe you feel like you've been in a bit of an in-between state. Maybe you feel like there's a pressure to make a decision as well. This could be regarding finances or a Taurus or a sense of self-esteem, but we're going to dive in with a bit of tarot for sure. Gemini's messages for Gemini people in placements, most important vital messages. Yeah, it's coming out of denial, seeing something a lot more clearly. This is great, especially since yesterday I believe we had the Two of Swords upright in your reading, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, it's something regarding like self-esteem or love in general that you're coming in denial out of. Tell us more. Gemini messages for Gemini. Maybe this is like a logical mind frame or like mindset or something regarding love. Yeah, there could have been something about like toxicity, repetitive karmic patterns here, kind of a need to break out of something or take control over a situation, because if you don't control it, the external circumstances will, right? So maybe somebody's has some boundaries up or is willing to fight for something, has made a choice, or is has made a choice. Anything else for Geminis? This could be about you not pursuing something romantically as well, especially if you're not like getting it in return or whatever like that. Yeah, this could be a fire sign around you, or um, this could be causing some level of sadness, some kind of like judgment. It feels like some kind of heaviness. But let's see. Scorpio energy here too. Most important actions for Gemini. The Hermit, interesting. All of life's answers are within you. A great time to take some time out, focus on your health, even if you're going through endings. This is a great time to seek that wisdom within. You can see the star, the healing star, kind of emanating out of that kind of lantern. So wisdom sought. This is a great time to learn about your birth chart, or learn about. I've been really good. I've been enjoying TRS Clips, I think he's called, or maybe Beer Biceps. I think it's like a podcast. They do a lot of spiritual topics at times. So solitude, inner truth, divine inspiration, enlightenment. Taking that time out to kind of connect with yourself. Any other action steps? There could have been like a sense of overcommitment here as well. There was definitely some kind of rejection, separation, dissipation, disunion, um, imbalance here that maybe you're beginning to see more clearly. Interesting. So let's grab some quick tea leaf. Yeah, this could have been something very lusty, like very lustful based, especially with all this fire energy. Messages for Gemini people in placements. What do you need Geminis to understand the most? You want to move on to a different deck? Okay. Thank you. Gemini's most important vital advice at this time to guide Geminis towards. Okay, let's see. 18 in the reverse. All right, so Dear Spirit is bringing you a gentle warning that now is not the time to engage in an argument, which makes sense because we have Mars in retrograde, and we had Mars opposite Pluto recently, which is very intense energy. And oppositions usually manifest in somebody external or an external circumstance coming into your life and causing this kind of oppositionary energy. Oppositions literally mean that it's hard to balance, right? No matter how volatile others are being, do not match their intensity with your own. If you're dealing with an overly assertive person, could be a fire sign, step back and disengage lest you agree to something out of alignment with intentions. Don't let anyone bully you into anything you're uncomfortable with, and have a solid footing if you stand your ground with grace. Those who disagree will begin to find their own gentleness and willingness to compromise. So yeah, pulling away is a great time, great thing, especially if there was any kind of argument, or maybe somebody's kind of reacting out of some kind of like egoic place, or something about like they need more time to focus on their own like health, or something like that could also be causing arguments. We are in the peak of winter, right? I just saw 606 there. So this could be something about work as well. Like maybe somebody is like kind of trying to strategize or do something with that. But Gemini's most important vital messages. Thank you. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So this is a good thing if you feel like you are coming out of denial, but it's causing some kind of sadness, and you just know that it's for the best. We have Fox Spirit on the bottom of the deck, which I think you guys got there yesterday, which is interesting to see that again. Great worry over nothing. Yeah, interesting. Tell us more. Gemini's, Gemini people and placements. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Maybe this wasn't like being supported. If this was something that you wanted to have happen, but it didn't happen, maybe this just wasn't supported by angels or higher angelic for spiritual reasons, right? So maybe you're taking a break at this time as well. Vacation energy here, Geminis. Any other messages for Gemini? It is the weekend, right? Yeah, you could be like realizing that by not stepping into an experience, you might have been protected, at least at this time. You know, tarot only depicts the current energy. This could change. You know, we're not meant to see all things at all times. Sometimes I can't tell you the future or whatever. I can just read the energy as it is right now. 7:17 on the clock when I said that. But yeah, this energy could change at any point, right? Just want to let you know that, Geminis, especially with transits and things like that. Yeah, this could have been something financial or some kind of issue with finances. We have temptation will test you here, okay? Family wishes come true. Interesting. Protection from a powerful friend, especially regarding finances. Like maybe you're looking to like retire or like pull away from work, but there is something here that like would impact that in some way. But we're gonna grab some deeper messages for Geminis. Messages for Gemini. Gemini's most important vital messages. Thank you. Holy Lord, that's a lot. Scarcity tactics. Yeah, this could have been somebody around you, or maybe there was some level of scarcity here or something like that that was impacting this like sadness here. Live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. Interesting. And you are meant to be seen. Maybe this was part of this like ego. It kind of, maybe this person made you look really good or something, or it was good on paper. Wanted still does, wants to enslave you. Wanted still does to enslave you. This could be you or somebody else, or maybe they didn't want this. I'm not sure. It kind of came out in the reverse. We have it's pheromones, not love. Exactly. We were seeing something a little bit more like, because love actually denotes caring for the emotional well-being of somebody else, right? Whereas if it's lust, we just want to satisfy our own urges, our own needs. So was this relationship lust-based, which means maybe it was like at the detriment of other areas of our life, of our karma or whatever, or was this more, you know what I mean? So study your midheaven placement, but in the reverse. So maybe this is more about studying your fourth house placement, your IC, your Imam Coeli, which is the base. It's midnight in your chart, right? So it's where you spend your time, your home, your family life, your real estate. All of those things will be shown in the fourth house of your birth chart. You can see the nakshatras that rule that house, or any planets that you might have in that house by Googling AstroSeek Sidereal Vedic birth chart and using the whole sign house system in the settings. And yeah, scrolling down to the bottom or scrolling to the table on the right, but I feel like there's almost like dodged a bullet energy here, but we're going to pull a Kali card. Gemini's most important messages for Gemini's, most vital messages to God Gemini. This could be an ending or some kind of like karmic contract. Shakti, interesting. Yeah, this might have like actually allowed you to connect more deeply with yourself and level of mastery and willing to see the wholeness or completion or closure of something. Hers is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways for higher consciousness to manifest. So maybe you need to let go of certain things. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is necessary towards divine reorganization. So this is making decisions for that long term, not short term gains, right? Reassure your heart that no matter what might appear to be at a spiritual level, all is well. Outworn energy is being processed and broken. From the ashes of inner fire, you will emerge anew. Let what needs to happen, happen. So going with the flow at this time, especially. We do have like Moon square Saturn, which is a bit of a heavy energy today. So if you can channel that, definitely do so. The time naturally comes when the newly forged self is strong enough, sufficiently spiritually integrated, and ready to be seen, heard, and received. So this is about you taking control of your life, right? We are ready to come out of the spiritual closet. We have no interest in trying to mold ourselves to fit the demands of others. We're divinely self-generated from within. There is no benefit or effectiveness in trying to rush the process. It takes time and effort to distill our nature with sufficient resilience so that we're not shaken in the face of conflict by attempted sabotage or the fearful projections of others, which makes sense. We have Saturn finishing off in Pisces before it goes into Aries in 2025. So only then can our presence bring clarity. We will return to these kind of lessons one more time, I think, in 2025 before it fully goes into Aries for 2026, but only then can our presence bring clarity and grace. Such spiritual infusion, integration, and reformation takes as long as it takes. It is not a small accomplishment. We must be generous with our process, providing patience and trust. The oracle brings confirmation that you are working deeply, and much can come of this. Your labors are not in vain. Working on the self, working on understanding, working on integrating, working on leveling up. Maybe there was a sense of disempowerment here as well. In some way, shape, or form, this could be like trauma or manipulations or something sexual here, or maybe shared finances or something like that. Twin flames. Yeah, this could have been someone that was like divinely destined to come into your life for some reason or other, maybe to help you grow. Tell us more, Geminis. Yeah, taking that distance, taking that time out to kind of process, realize that maybe it was more lust, perhaps. Geminis, messages for Gemini. Yeah, there could have been some conflict here. There's some kind of somebody could have like a hot body temperature here as well, or they could be hot or attractive as well. But this could also be you needing to focus on like channeling your energy in a really good direction as well. Can you tell us more? Yeah, something here I was getting that a little bit superficiality in the past there. Tell us more, Geminis. Maybe you just don't get along with this person or you're too different. Moving away from the past, being open to being more masculine, stepping into that energy, especially if I'm speaking to a masculine. Interesting. Geminis. Releasing, surrendering, purging. Yeah, cleansing, clearing. And this is about being really assertive regarding long-term goals or financial goals here with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, stepping into your power in regards to these things. Or this could have been what was causing, maybe you're reflecting conflicts regarding this as well. Yeah, feminine on the bottom, toxicity bound. On the bottom under that, I wonder what that's about. Decisions, karma, present. Okay. Third eye, seeing the bigger perspective, alchemy, assistance, spirit guides, yeah. Forming structures, self-care, renewal, action, reunion. Oh, interesting. Past, coming out of the dark night or dark shadow, emotions, interesting, communicating. Okay, what about the feminine? What are they doing? Fulfillment, wish fulfillment in secret. But they're trying to integrate something. They're avoiding someone while they do this. Yeah, they could be avoiding you actually while they do this. Because they need to set themselves into a different state. They haven't been prioritizing themselves, and that's the truth. And they want to come into harmony. They don't like disharmony. This feminine, if this is a feminine in your life and there was some kind of conflict, no. This person's leveling up. They're going towards a new beginning of some sort, healing the inner child. Maybe this person wants to break karmic patterns. They might have an epiphany regarding like maybe coming together with you or somebody or something, but they could be just watching this more so than anything at this time because they're trying to gain some kind of control or like understanding. Okay, well, let's grab you guys an oracle card for Geminis. Most important vital messages of advice, please, for Geminis at this time. Gemini. Bat, interesting. Psychic development, hidden realms. Invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with What lurks is coming with undenying change. If this was a conflict or dating or something, or you're creating or manifesting something, this could involve a friend as well. We have dog there. So many people, maybe there's like a death rebirth situation by Ravi energy here. Many people believe bats to be blind, but they see using ears to attune to the vibrations and sense things. Your intuition can see beyond normal eyesight. It's giving the Estes method when you put like a blindfold on your eyes and you listen to white noise, and that's like a way to connect with the spirit realm. Like, don't do this, no, low key. Like, don't do this. I'm not even joking. But it's just being able to kind of, when one sense is reduced, another one kicks in, right? So if you're too used to using like the conscious mind and thinking that you're not getting thoughts from everywhere around you and the vibes around you and picking up on all those frequencies, it's better to kind of relax and stop the conscious thinking so that you can pick up more, right? So many people believe bats to be blind, but they see using ears to attune to vibrations and sense things. Your intuition can see beyond normal eyesight, picking up on things the rational mind misses. There has been a wonderful movement in the world to deepen intuition. Intuition isn't just about saying my spirit guides told me, it's about genuinely trusting your inner voice to guide you in the dark. You need space to go to the dark places. So there is some kind of like death rebirth energy here, right? That kind of, when we meditate in the dark, the ultraviolet light is seen from the pineal gland, which is the third eye, right? So I believe so. That higher frequency of understanding, right? That you can see through the darkness. You need the space to go to the dark places so that you can put your inner knowing to the test. Doing your work is not just about staying away from dark thoughts or bad feelings. It's about knowing how to pull yourself out of darkness when you get there, like realign, redirect, right? So it becomes a new loop in your brain chemistry and you get better at it, practice, right? If it is about being able to walk through the dark without losing your light. You are being guided to tap into the hidden realms of your subconscious. So that's why we mentioned fourth house. Fourth house literally rules midnight, right? It rules our ancestors. It rules our past karmas, I'm sure. It rules our mother, even our father. So maybe looking up your K2 placement or south node placement could be relevant here too. You're being guided because K2 is the revealer of truth, right? Rahu is the demon. Rahu is that kind of material gain for no reason, without any kind of, it's like explosion, way too much, too fast, too soon, that you can't integrate it, right? But K2 is about seeing the truth and, like, if anything, cutting and stripping things away that don't serve that truth, right? So you're being guided to tap into the hidden realms of your subconscious when bat comes flying into your reading. It's time to peek into the dark caves and spaces, shadow work, right? Working with darker entities could be helpful, like Kali or Hecate or whatever. It's time for you to dig into your spirituality, facing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Bat advises you to stop trying and start allowing. And we did see something here about like receptivity here. Allow your intuition to guide you. Allow yourself to feel energy moving through you and your surroundings. Feel the vibration you come into contact with and let that be your guide. Genuinely doing spiritual work isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it requires you to get deep and ugly. But above all, it requires you to be honest. It's giving like a gory vibes, right? If you know what agories do for practices, AGOHRI. Don't do it, of course. I'm just advising you. This is just a method of understanding the universe. It requires you to be honest. Honesty means going to dark rooms where you have tried to hide, and so that you can kind of pull back all the pieces and all the power that maybe you've shut away for whatever reason or other, and call those back into yourself and into your understanding. So we'll pull a few extra messages. Yeah, rebirth on the bottom. That's funny. Okay, Gemini's last messages, please, for Gemini's. I feel like there's something here about like not caring as much about others, like other people's views or other people's thoughts. Like the more like centered you are on yourself, the more that you can really manifest reality in a conscious way. Anything else for Gemini's, Gemini people and placements? There also might be something here about a sacrifice or like an offering, like whether it's a mindset or a literal physical item. That's why near Christmas, the darkest time, we leave cookies out, for Santa, right? So that we can appease any kind of spirits, right? The bulbs on the tree were actually used to capture spirits and to keep them away from, because, a lot of people, whenever you're in a darker energy or there's like less light or less sunlight, you can attract darker entities because now you're at the same vibe, you're weakened. And what do they feed on? They feed on that fear, right? So anything else? That's why you want to have good energy, high energy. Anything else for Geminis? Maybe you want to check out your Jupiter placement as well, because Jupiter really shows wisdom and how we can integrate wisdom. Anything else for Geminis? Okay. Somebody here could have been like a vampire, or something like that. Tact and diplomacy in the reverse was there, so I don't know. Maybe there's a need to be more tactful, more diplomatic. I'm not sure. Yeah, to be more diplomatic, I would say. Wanted still does. Oh, we already read that. Be careful of the seeds you plant, exactly, because every thought is a karma, right? Everything you think, everything you do, even looking at somebody in the eye is karma, because they are meant to cross your path at that certain time. And why are they in your life? Did you attract this person to your life? People, do you ever notice if you're going through a really dark time, you attract really dark people into your life usually? Or like if you haven't healed yourself, you attract the same kind of unhealed people and stuff like that, right? People try to pour cement over your seed. You break through. Interesting. Maybe this is an earth sign around you that was trying to control you, or there was something toxic here. Maybe this was like a level of insecurity as well. Creative hobbies kind of coming out sideways. So maybe there's somebody external to you focusing on those things. Or that could be a good outlet for you as well. Charmed TV show. So you might want to check out that TV show. You could have a witch in your presence type vibe, an alchemist. Witches get a bad rap, of course. This could be somebody that's quite popular in some way, shape, or form. Plug into your talents, but this was in the reverse. So maybe there's a need to plug more into your talents, which would make sense because when you align all those chakras, when you do all that healing, like Reiki or whatever, you move those energies, you unlock a lot more clarity or a lot more. So maybe working on that. I mean, it doesn't stay unlocked forever. It's like a practice, right? So, but very interesting for sure. I hope you've enjoyed this little reading. Maybe we'll see if there's any angel cards, Gemini. Last messages for Gemini to align them towards abundance, peace, and success. We'll take attracting, not chasing, conscious consumer, and no more complaining. Conscious consumer, what are the thoughts? What do you think of? Visualize abundance in all forms. Especially if your abundance was tied to some kind of like material gain or some kind of like external validation, maybe you need to reconsider what makes you truly happy. It's giving eat, pray, love vibes, right? So, any other messages for Geminis, Gemini people and placements? Geminis, any last messages? Thank you. So somebody could be this could be an older masculine here. This could be somebody that is dealing with personal power and power dynamics in general, or financial issues. This principal card shows a man tried and true, held high in regard. He tells fortunes for you. Okay, so that is an opportunity here. And upon your behest, if the cards read well, the worst and the best, the cards foretell. So maybe this is just like pay attention to what's being said here. But there could be like opportunities for growth. His face looks quite grave though in this picture. Like maybe he's a little sad about something, or maybe spirituality or talking or socializing could be beneficial. He's looking to the past too, which is interesting. Last messages for war. You know what? They're calling me to a different deck. So let's just do that for you guys. Gemini's last messages for Gemini. It's been quite a reading, huh? Dove medicine. Wow. The dove animal could be like spiritual animal, could be relevant here. 10. Interesting. We keep seeing the same numbers. Forgiveness, freedom, and new beginnings. Thy wings are thick and strong, I see, for they have battled the most unforgiving winds. So winds can be spirits or, things that, darkness or whatever. Be proud, be free, my child. Go on and soar like never be. Interesting. Yeah, okay. This could have been a conflict you might have had with a friend or something like that. They're telling you to step into your power, let it go, let the death rebirth happen. Doves are gentle, associated with purity, freedom, and peace. Forgiveness is the dove's greatest gift. So forgive them, forgive yourself, forgive everything. It's a great way to help yourself heal. It is through forgiving that peace and freedom is obtained. Holding to the past is a type of prison that keeps you trapped within things that no longer exist. Perhaps you've replayed your situation in your mind, or perhaps past hurts have prevented you from welcoming new experiences into your life. Dove medicine guides you to spread your wings and fly away from the heartache of the past. So maybe this was like a past connection that impacted the most recent past connection or something like that. Allow yourself to forgive those who have caused you pain. Forgiveness isn't for their benefit but yours. As you release the old, you make space to learn and trust again and welcome loving relationships that support you. Yeah, this could be letting go of something. Sagittarius energy here, Leo energy, Cancer energy. But yeah, this is just the current energies at this time. I hope you've enjoyed this little reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe. You can get a personal by messaging me on Telegram. You can leave a tip through the Buy Me a Coffee link. And I hope you have a nice time. Take care.